Mr. Speaker, the Speaker of the House just said, quote, Republicans knew Defense of Marriage Act was unconstitutional when they passed it. Did the 118 Democrats who voted for that legislation know the same thing? Did the President of the United States, President Clinton, when he signed it into law, did he know it was unconstitutional? I mean, I've heard some ridiculous things said on the House floor in my time here in the United States Congress, but that one was right up there. I would yield 2 minutes to my good friend from...
I thank the gentleman from Ohio. We've just been treated to a master class of misinformation. The Speaker also just said, can you believe they're going after contraception? Give me a break. She knows that's not true. There's not a single Republican even talking about that or any of these other categories of the law. This is designed to divide the country. This bill is a shameful effort at that. Mr. Nadler, when we were talking about our concerns about the care pregnancy centers being under assault, to make his case that pro-lifers are violent, he referenced the terrible murder of Mr. Slepian, an abortion provider, in 1998. That was a quarter century ago. We're talking about the last 11 weeks. We've had 50 care pregnancy centers vandalized, attacked, Molotov cocktails, spray painted, threats being made to Supreme Court justices. There's no equivocation here at all. Mr. Cohen implied that the conservative justices misled the Senate in their confirmation hearings. Look, we've got the receipts on that. It's demonstrably untrue. Justice Samuel Alito, who wrote the majority opinion in Dobbs, said that during his 2006 confirmation hearing, that Roe was, quote, an important precedent of the Supreme Court. It was decided in 1973, so it's been on the books for a long time, but he declined to call the ruling settled law. Justice Thomas, in 1991, in his hearings, he declined to comment on his views on Roe at all. He said, quote, I do not think that at this time I could maintain my impartiality as a member of the judiciary and comment on that specific case. Justice Gorsuch, 2017 confirmation hearings, he said Roe was, quote, a precedent of the Supreme Court. It was reaffirmed in Casey in 92 and in several other cases, so a good judge will consider it as precedent of the court, worthy of as treatment of a precedent like any other. However, he refused to signal how he would rule in future cases on abortion. Justice Kavanaugh, 2018 confirmation hearings, echoed Gorsuch by saying that Roe was an important precedent, but he indicated during his confirmation that he would be open to overturning settled law, including Roe, citing a long list of past Supreme Court justices. Justice Barrett, reserved. She was much more reserved on the Roe precedent. Another minute? In her confirmation hearings in 2020, she said this. She said she was committed to obeying, quote, all the rules of stare decisis, promising that, quote, if a question comes up before me about whether Casey or any other case should be overruled, that I will follow the law of stare decisis, applying it as a court is articulating it, applying all the factors, reliance, workability, being undermined by the later facts and law, just as all the standards. I promise to do that for any other issue that comes up. She said that she had to remain neutral on it as an umpire, as they all did. Look, the record is clear. The quotes are there. Anybody can Google this. What they're presenting here on this floor is not true. It is demonstrably untrue, and they're doing it for partisan purposes. Every time they talk, they reaffirm our position on that. I thank the gentleman for yielding.